Immune system confusion, graft-versus-host disease. Yes, this is the topic of discussion in today's lecture. Here I am talking about immune system confusion. So, and one more term I have used here, that is graft-versus-host disease, or in short this is known as GVHD. In the study of medical sciences, you would find this term. Okay, so allogenic transplants are there. This is required for the treatment of blood cancers or any other disease where allogenic transplantation is required. So what happens in the case of allogenic transplantation? There is a donor and there is a recipient. Donor donates their stem cells, okay, and the recipients receive those stem cells. These are also known as bone marrows. Anyway, so in such a case, the problem arises. We know that the function of our immune system is to give us protection against the dangers or foreign particles, or against the threats, or against the antigens. This is the function of our immune system. But in such cases, means in case of this transplantation, means I am talking about allogenic transplantation. Here the two different bodies are there, two different human beings are there. One is donor, another one is recipient or the receiver of this stem cell. And I have also already mentioned that these are used in case of the treatment of blood cancer or something other, okay, other diseases where this is required. So in such a case, what happens when the recipient receives the stem cell from the donor? In that case, the donor cell or the donor tissues act on mistaken belief and try to harm the recipient cells or tissues. Means actually these donor cells or tissues attack, though this attack happens inadvertently, means accidentally, okay. So this happens due to mistaken belief that the recipient cells or tissues are foreign particles or threats or dangers, that way. So this is a case of mistake, and this happens due to some reason, and the science behind that thing is, one thing is known as, if you study medical science or biology, then you get that term, that is called Human Leukocyte Antigen markers, or HLA markers in short. These are nothing but layers on most of the cells. These are found, and if there is a genetic difference, okay, if there is genetic difference between these HLA markers and the surrounding cells or tissues, if there is a difference between means if there is a genetic difference, in that case, by mistake, these HLA markers of the donor cell assumes the surrounding cells or tissues to be threat, and thereby they attack them. So this causes so many problems. Okay, so many problems mean problems in the means I am talking about recipient's health. Okay, problems in the gastrointestinal tract, means the patient may vomit or may feel nausea or abdominal pain. Then they may attack also liver, also skin. In skin, rashes may be observed. Okay, peeling may be observed. Then in case of liver, jaundice or liver dysfunction may be observed. So many complications are there. So many complications are involved. And these complications are more if the difference in the genetic, if there means if the difference in the donor tissues or cells and in the recipient tissues or cells are more, if the genetic differences are more, then in that case the severity involved in patient cells is more. Even if they are closely matching, in that case also there is a risk. Risk is always involved in case of allogenic transplantation. So yes, amendments are there. Normally the medical professionals try to use different therapies, okay, to suppress the symptoms. Means one way is to suppress the immune system of the donor cells by administering required drugs. This is called immunosuppressive therapy. Okay, then prophylactic treatment is also there. Prophylactic therapy means preventative measures are also there. So research is still going on in this field. This is not fully developed because here what is happening? Here the immune system of the donor is acting, is causing harm to the recipient's health or recipient's body. Is causing harm. Just the opposite. Expectation is just the opposite. That's why research is still going on in this field. Okay, and at present, medical professionals are, yes, they are doing the same thing. They are going through such procedures, but with some precautionary measures are taken during the execution of such procedures. Okay. So main reason was that what? Main reason was what? Main reason was the mistaken belief of the HLA markers. Okay, that was the main reason behind this. Means that is the mechanism behind this, and this occurs in case of allogenic transplantation, not in case of other things. Okay. In many times, in many treatments, the recipient's donor cell from one part is taken and transplanted to another part. Okay, the body remains fixed. That means the HLA markers remain fixed. They remain identical according to their genetic code or genetic structure. Okay, so in that case, this problem doesn't happen. Problem is that Graft-Versus-Host Disease, GVHD. Okay, this is known as that way. Okay. Anyway, so this was all about today's topic, immune system confusion. Yes, immune system of the donor cells or tissues is confused. Means this is explained this way. Okay, donor cells or donor tissues, cells of the donors or the tissues of the donors are confused, and that's why they are acting that way, just the opposite or the reverse way. Anyway, so this was all about today's topic, today's lecture. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video.